Yo, how's it going, guys? KPR here, bringing you guys another video. And today, I want to talk about the weapons in Black Ops 6. Now, what I really specifically want to talk about are actually the DLC weapons that they've been adding into Black Ops 6. Now, the reason this is because I've noticed that most of the weapons they've been adding to this game are pretty much a bunch of remake weapons, and that's pretty insanely lazy and stupid in my opinion. They could easily be avoiding this problem, but the other thing is that they keep going back in time each time with the CODs. Maybe with the previous CODs they'll go up just like a few years, but they'll basically have the same weapons and keep adding them over and over again. This is a huge problem with Treyarch. I've noticed this with a bunch of the DLC weapons from the previous CODs and some of their main weapons that they add at launch. There are a bunch of remakes in this game. It's insanely annoying. I'm like, dog, just give us a new weapon. And with the attachments as well, it's somewhat lazy. Like with the first two special weapons that they added, D13, it is a remake from Black Ops 3, which was also a DLC weapon, and you would have to get it from supply drops. Insanely annoying. I got it almost after BO3's life cycle ended, so I didn't really get to use it much. It was pretty fun, and I'm not gonna lie, I do like this weapon. It's really fun to use, but the problem still arises. Like, dog, you guys are just adding a bunch of DLC remakes. This could have just been added at the launch of the game. I don't care that it's just to keep people more entertained. They could have done the same thing with game modes, because these game modes are a bunch of remakes as well, bruh. Now, what I really don't like though, when I hopped on to Black Ops 6 and I noticed when I was going to the secondary classes, is that they haven't even added one single pistol. They've added a bunch of melee weapons, a bunch of assault rifles, a bunch of SMGs, but they can't add one simple pistol. I don't even care if it's not a revolver anymore. Or a Magnum. I was just hoping that they would have added at least one DLC pistol, but they haven't added shit. Now, I kind of want to go down the list of how many remakes they've done for this game, and I made one because I was like, yo, let me see this bullcrap, because these guns look way too similar to older ones. So let's get right into it with the assault rifles. Now, I don't want to get into the base weapons because I'm pretty sure most of you already know, but there's a bunch of remakes for the base weapons as well. And alright, let's get right into it with one, the Kilo, pretty obvious, model for 2019, annoying. CR56 AMAX, once more, 2019, and then the FFAR in almost every Black Ops, and then it was the FR Advancer in the previous COD, and they added it I think almost 2 or 3 CODs in a row, excluding Vanguard, of course. Pretty annoying still regardless. Like, dog, they could have added these insanely fast into the game. They could have just had all of these piled up already, and they could have definitely kept way more people entertained. I know COD is not going to die for a very long time just because it's insanely popular and no other company can really do it like them. With all of the FPS games that are out there, yeah, they can be fun and entertaining, but COD just has much better servers than most of those companies combined. Now, what I'm really hoping though for the new COD is that they add, or not add, my fault, is that they actually make it on a different engine in a way, or not engine, but they advertise it as a whole new game that you gotta download it, not into this whole little COD thing, universe crap they're doing. I'm just like, dog, nah, dude. I've noticed so many glitches and bugs already with the thing, just because they're adding too many games into just one folder. So it's just going to eventually crash, and hopefully they just make it into a different one, because one, I got Game Pass, so I'm gonna be having the new COD regardless for free. I am paying $20 a month, but still, I play a bunch of Game Pass games, so I don't mind it at all. Onto the SMGs, we can already see a bunch of remakes. Now, the first one, PPSH, been a bunch of the World War games, so it's a really popular weapon to put in just because they keep going back to that setting. They're dumb as hell for that, because it's just going to be a bunch of reused weapons that they could have done insanely fast. And in BO3 it was also brought back a supply drop weapon, and now it's a DLC weapon as well. The Ladra is actually supposed to be from BO1. I forgot which one it was. I think it was a Scorpion or something else. My fault for not remembering. The DLC 10 recently added this season. It is from Cold War, of course, and just like in Cold War, it's insanely annoying, very fast, really good, almost no recoil, and it's a meta weapon once more. truly annoying just that all of the DLC subs that they've added so far have all been remakes from the previous CODs. Now, I don't mind when they add old weapons as DLC weapons from time to time, but the problem comes in when most of your DLC weapons are literally remakes. Like, that's just insanely lazy in my opinion. I would prefer them going for some weird weapon that may have never actually been used in wars, but they were tested out and they're just some weird or unique looking weapons and they have some sort of weird shooting mechanic to it. Yeah, I would prefer them add those instead, make them make up their own numbers. It'd be much more original than them just being like, yeah, you guys remember all these DLC weapons from the previous CODs? Yeah, we just added them into this new one because we really didn't know what to add to the game, and we're like, we can definitely dish this out in like 4 to 6 seasons, and we'll just keep adding remakes just because they're not really going to be complaining about this. And I'm 90% sure that most of the huge COD YouTubers did not complain about it. All they did was that thumbnail with their mouth wide open, and they were like, yo, this gun is back from the previous COD, so insane, so OP, and stuff like that. It's like, dog, come on, just be like, bro, they've added this in so many CODs, why are they adding it again? It's annoying. Now for LMGs, I don't really know if this is true or not, but the Fang, some people said it was supposed to be the BO1 Tombstone, I want to say, or the Stoner, actually, not the Tombstone, my fault. I don't know why I'm remembering Tombstone, but yeah, allegedly it's supposed to be the Stoner, but other people are saying it's supposed to be a different weapon. Truly, I don't know, I couldn't really find it. They were just going at it against one another, so up to you guys. But either ways, they got the PKM right there, so yeah, it's still a remake LMG, even though it was a base weapon, not DLC, my fault. On to Marksmen. The TR2 obviously supposed to be the FAL. It looks just like it, and it's semi-automatic as well. I honestly don't know how it is because I had to get 250,000 XP before I'm able to use it, and I unlocked some other weapons actually caught my eye and some attachments. I'm like, Doug, maybe I will unlock the TR2 just to test it out. But the Axis Model 07, we all know this is supposed to be the carbine, and it's been in or not too many CODs. It's been in 2 recently, MW 2019 and MW 2. Of course, it's still really annoying from what I've seen. Insanely fast ADS, decent one shot. So yeah, sucks that they've added these two. And once again, for the Marksman category, it is only remakes for the DLC weapons. Sniper rifles, again, it's just remakes. AMR mod 4, it's supposed to be the 50 cal, and dog, that's been in a few CODs already. It's been 2019 as a DLC weapon as well. Modern Warfare 2, the original, the ballista, and yeah, so kind of annoying. Sniper rifles as well. Like, it is a fun sniper rifle, I won't lie about that, but either ways, it's still a remake. And then the HDR, yeah, HDR from 2019, dog. So also nothing else to say about that one. DLC weapon remake, annoying. Now this is the last category, and it's in the special section. In this one, I don't think I gotta call out which ones are remakes because I ranted a bit about it. The D1 Sector BO3 supply drop weapon, but now it was a event weapon, so DLC weapon, and it's actually not that bad. The Syrian is not a DLC or remake, my fault. It is kind of original, which is surprising to me. Nail gun, it is a DLC weapon, of course. It was in Cold War. I believe that was the only game it was, because the D1 DIY, it was not anything like the nail gun. But what I got a problem with is that there's no attachments to it, so it's kind of lazy, bruh. It's just really annoying. I couldn't get at least one little attachment, and it is fun to use, but the reload speed is pretty annoying. That once you run out of those 15 nails, you're sometimes cooked if you're not able to reload in time. Now for the last, and probably the reason why I did this, is the Olympia. I thought I was going to find the shotgun section. I didn't know I was going to find it in secondary weapons. I'm like, dog, why was this added into a secondary? And the laziest thing of it all, it only has 2 attachments. The sawed-off barrel and then the no stock attachment. Bruh. They couldn't have at least added like a fire mod or something to it. I don't care, it's a secondary. That is their fault. They purposely did this so they didn't have to add more attachments. They literally could have done so much more with this. But instead, they're like, yeah, we'll just add a secondary. We'll just add these 2 attachments. We're going to put this event together in like 10 minutes or some, and we should be good. Dog, that is just insanely dumb and super lazy of Treyarch to do. It does have good range and one-shot kill, but the problem also is that you're not going to be able to reload fast since there's no sleight of hand perk in this game, and the only way to actually reload this weapon fast is to use the sawed-off barrel, and that's when your one-shot distance dips insanely low, dog. Like, you gotta be within not even 5 meters, you gotta be within 3 meters to actually one-shot them. Other than that, you're most likely going to get a hit marker, then you're going to need to be using the other shot to actually take them out. So it's pretty annoying, and it can be fun to use, but only in the small maps. Haven't really seen many people use it in the bigger maps because it truly is not that viable. It is only going to be viable in small mosh pit, Steakhouse 24/7, and then Nuketown. Other than that, you're not really going to be seeing that shotgun much at all. Now, there were 17 DLC weapons, primary and secondaries, that they added, and 13 of them were remakes. Dog, that is truly abysmal and lazy of them to do. Add something new. The D1 sector was not even a weapon back then. This is just supposed to be like a fun weapon. If they're gonna do that, they could just add whatever damn thing they want to put together and be like, yo, look at this weapon. This is supposed to do this, is supposed to do that. They could have added a hybrid weapon as well, and I would have been much more satisfied than them adding all of these remakes. It's just so lazy, and they're going to keep getting away with it. They're definitely going to do this next COD since they're going to be in charge of it as well. But yeah, that's all I really want to rant about. Just annoying how they're just getting away with adding a bunch of remakes as DLC weapons when they could add something more unique. I would have preferred them add the Ripper, since they're obviously also taking weapons from Infinity Ward and putting it as their own. Now, kind of insane, but oh well, I guess. That's all I really want to rant about, my guys. It's just insane how I saw that pattern once I started playing Black Ops 6 more, and I'm still having fun with it, like I said in my previous video, but it's just annoying how most of the DLC weapons I've seen so far are just so lazy, and I don't really have too much fun with them for long. Like, I'll be switching around. Sometimes I do want to use a pistol, but the problem with that is there aren't any one-shot pistols like the Magnum or the revolver, which is what I prefer using in almost every COD, but I can't use it this time. And then I thought they were going to add a crossbow or something, but guess what? Now it's an attachment, and that attachment is insanely abysmal. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the LMG. I'm gonna use the Fang because I want to use the crossbar, and it's pretty fun using it so far. Hopefully the match is going much better for you guys, and you're just having fun with the game as well. Tomorrow the Marvel Rivals update drops, so I'll be playing that too. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you guys are enjoying the content, please subscribe. With that being said, have a good day and stay safe. Later.